Hi everybody. This week we are talking about taking care of the planet, which is near and dear to my heart. I am big on taking care of the planet because, as I've said before, we only have one planet. It's not like your shirt gets worn out and you get to go to the store and get a new shirt. We can't replace our planet. So we really need to take care of it because it depends on us to keep it clean and keep it healthy. You know, we're kind of like the keepers of the earth. And so I really want you guys, since you're so young, to get this now because I hope that you will continue to do it throughout your life. I know lots of your mommies and daddies do stuff, and when you're done with this video, maybe you can go around and see some of the things that your parents are doing to help protect the planet. And I thank them for that because it's very, very important. It's one of the most important jobs that we all have. So today I'm going to start by reading you this book called The Earth Book. It's a little shiny, so I hope you're going to be able to see the pictures. And for me, it might be easiest if I read it and then show you the pictures. So we're going to give this a go, okay? So this is called The Earth Book by Todd Parr. I take care of the earth because I know I can do little things every day to make big differences. Remember how Jane Goodall said, you can make a difference, right? I use both sides of the paper. So when you're coloring, you can use both sides. And I was going to try to do it backwards. And bring my own bags to the market. Reusable bags. Because I love the trees. And I want the owls to have a place to live. This is going to be a test to see how good Miss Pemley can read backwards. I turn off the faucet while I brush my teeth. Never let the water run. And use less water for my baths because I love the fish. And I want the ocean to stay blue. It's blue because it reflects, but it's really water. It's clear. We want it to get clear, not dirty, right? I take the school bus, or in your case, you would be taking the mommy bus, right? And ride my bike because I know a lot of you have been riding your bikes lately. I love the stars and I want the air to be clean so I can see them sparkle. When the air gets polluted, the sky gets smoggy and it's hard to see the stars because we need the clouds to be gone to be able to see the stars. I try to eat every bite on my plate and save my leftovers because I love watching things grow and I want there to be enough food for everyone. I've been doing pretty good so far. I remember to turn off the lights and shut the refrigerator to save energy because I love the polar bears and I want the snowman to stay cool. I throw garbage in the trash can and recycle glass, aluminum, paper, and plastic because you'd think I'd know that one, but no. I love to walk barefoot in the grass. Oh, that's called touch the earth. Touch the earth with your feet. You'll feel. Touch the earth with your feet. You'll feel so connected. And I don't want to move to Mars. Even the Space Force is not going to get you to Mars. most of all, I'll help take care of the earth, because I want us all to be happy and healthy. A sick planet can make sick people. Every one of us can help protect the earth and make it feel good. Reminder, if we take care of it, it will take care of us. That's true. If we take care of the planet, it will take care of us. So there are very important things that they hit upon in this. You can make a difference, just like Jane Goodall said. You can make a difference. Reuse paper. Bring reusable bags to the grocery store when you're shopping. Take care of the trees, like the kapok tree. Once it's gone forever. There's some trees you can chop down and they'll grow back, but some trees, they'll never come back again. So we need to take care of them because they are homes to many animals, right? When you're brushing your teeth, or if you're washing your hands, because we've been having to wash our hands a lot, just make sure to turn the water off if you can. Washing hands might be hard, but when you're brushing your teeth, you can maybe turn the water off while you're still brushing. And in your bathtub, you know, try to not fill it so high. Although I like a really high bathtub, but because we want to keep our oceans clean, right? And don't be throwing bottles into the ocean like our lesson during sea glass. Remember, some people didn't know it was a bad thing to do, and that's why we have so much sea glass in the ocean. But don't throw bottles in the ocean. Taking the school bus, this also means taking a city bus or going in groups or maybe carpooling places. Right now we can't do that. But when we are able to, it's very important that we use less gas. And if you have a car, an efficient car that saves gas, that's really important. I have a hybrid car and I get 50 miles to the gallon. That's really good because usually most cars only get about 24 to 30 or less. So that's a great thing. And riding your bikes around. A lot of you have been riding your bikes lately, and that's a great way to get from point A to point B. Remember to wear your helmet. But that's awesome. Or walking, just walking places. The tiny house that I live in is really close to Grand Avenue, and when everything is open, my husband and I try to walk to Grand Avenue when we can. We walk to Trader Joe's, we walk to Kowalski's. I walk to work here whenever I can, and we just like to walk to places so we can use less energy. It's called your carbon footprint. Your carbon footprint is how much you are using to get around, like driving your car. So the less you drive your car, the less you take mass transit too, the less you make a carbon footprint. Because we want to keep our air clean. That clogs up the air. And our air is really important for us to breathe. Remember, oxygen. Oxygen. The plants provide oxygen with us through photosynthesis. Try to eat everything you can on your plate. Sometimes we don't like things. But a good thing to do, which we would do a snack here often, is we would try things. If you didn't think you're going to like it, at least just try it. Sometimes that's a good thing to do. Sometimes you guys would try something here and you'd say, hey, I love that, like mango or sugar snap peas. Some of you weren't really into wanting to try it, but then you loved it. Fruit is awesome. Eat as much fruit as you can. It's nature's candy, for goodness sakes. And I eat leftovers. I just had leftovers today for lunch, and it was delicious. It was still good. And the great thing about leftovers is they're already made. They're much easier. We're going to be talking about watching things grow, because next week we are going to be planting some plants. So please start saving egg cartons with eggs. So when you eat an egg, crack it in half and clean out the eggshell and put them back in halves in your egg carton, because we're going to be planting next week and we're going to be using those as the containers for our little seeds. So planting is wonderful. Not only does it provide food for people, it also brings oxygen into the atmosphere. Turn off the lights. Turn off lights. It'll cost less on your energy bill too. So always turn off lights behind you, and always close the refrigerator. Refrigerators are big they eat a lot of energy. Rah, rah, rah. And look at all your appliances. See if they have an energy star symbol on them. That means that they are more efficient. Efficient. It means they work better. Throw your garbage away. Oh my gosh, so many people just say, I don't want to carry this bag everywhere, and they throw it on the ground. Throw your garbage away. Tomorrow is actually Earth Day, Earth Day is actually Wednesday. And on Earth Day, I'm going to take a garbage bag with me on my walk, and I am going to go around and I am going to pick up trash. And we would have done that. We would have done that on Wednesday and Thursday here. We would have walked around in the neighborhood and around the campus and picked up trash. Remember, wear a glove because trash can be dirty and full of germs. But if you do that, wear a glove and walk around and pick up some trash. Mother Earth will smile. She will really appreciate that. And recycle. You can recycle glass, aluminum, paper, and some plastics. You can recycle a 1, a 2, a 4, and a 5 plastics, not a 3. 1, 2, 4, and 5. You can do that for plastics. So when you eat something that's plastic, look on the bottom for that triangle, and whatever number's in it, if it says 1, 2, 4, or 5, you can recycle it. If it's a black plastic, it can't be recycled. So just pay attention to what you're buying and see if it's good for the environment. The less stuff your food is wrapped in, the better. Like for produce, you know, they always give you those plastic bags. Well, I have reusable bags that I use for my produce, and that's a great way to save. Plastic is really awful. Plastic bags and plastic rings around soda pop cans can be very harmful to animals because they think if somebody throws the trash in the water, the fish, like beluga whales, might see the plastic and they might eat it because they might think it's a fish. And if they get that plastic in their tummies, it could kill them. And some birdies, they see those loops, those circles from soda cans and things, and they might see something in between to eat, and they'll put their head in it, and it'll get stuck on their head. And then as they grow bigger, it'll be stuck on their head, and it could choke them, and it could kill them. So we really just have to be careful. We have to take care of the planet, and we want to be happy and healthy. I'm just wondering if there are other things. The other things you can do is you can reuse. This t-shirt was an old t-shirt that my mom had, and rather than, you know, it was starting to get some stains on it and stuff, and rather than throw it away, there was a stain right here. She said, oh, she's an artist, so she could do this. She's an awesome artist. She said, I am going to take this shirt and I am going to paint it and cover the stain and make it a beautiful new shirt. And she gave it to me, and I'm wearing it also because the flowers on here are called snowdrops, and they're one of the first plants to come up during springtime. And since we're going to be planting next week, I might have to wear it again. So, but see, she even did something on my sleeve. And when she made this shirt for me, most of you know who my daughter Madison is. She made Maddie a little dress to match it. So cute. So she took a reused little dress that she got at Goodwill or Salvation Army, and she painted snowdrops on it too. And she called my daughter her little snowdrop. You want to reduce the packaging, or that would be reusing. That would be reusing. You want to reduce the packaging on everything that you buy. That's why it's kind of nice to buy things like produce and bringing your own things to put it in, and not asking for a bag. Having your own bag, you know, that's really good. So the earth has a lot of natural resources. I'm going to use my cheat sheet. Water, food, air, plants, and energy. These are the things we have to save. We also need to use less water. Grow our own food if we can. Compost. Remember your old friend Mr. Yum Yum? Yum Yum. Mr. Yum Yum is a composter, and we use it to compost our snack foods. We had compostable cups, we had compostable napkins, we have compostable wipes at Lunch Bunch to wipe the tables down. And most of the food that you would eat, we could put into Mr. Yum Yum. Paper, he loves paper. Anything from plants, as I'm cleaning up my plants here, I can put there too. And we have a whole system here at the preschool. We have a place to put old toothpaste tubes. We have a place for the wrappers that have the aluminum, the silver in the middle. We have a place for all of the yogurt or applesauce containers with the little dealy dobs on the top that you twist off. And we would rinse those and we'd put them in there. And markers, remember we have our dead heads. When our markers get dead, we have a place to put them here, and everybody can bring their plastic bags here to be reused too. So the church is a huge resource, and of course we recycle. But Mr. Yum Yum, a lot of you know who Mr. Yum Yum is, and that is a big thing. He's a composter. He breaks things down and makes it into dirt. Anything that goes in a compost, you stir it up all the time, and it breaks down into dirt. It's wonderful. Let's see, we want to plant trees, turn off lights and electronics, walk, ride your bike, or use mass transit to decrease your carbon footprint. So that's just the first lesson on the earth. I went a little longer than I thought I would, but you know what? You guys are our future. You children are our future, and I want to make sure that you have a great planet to grow up on. I want to make sure that you can still see the beautiful flowers blooming in the springtime. I want to make sure you can see bees buzzing around, pollinating the flowers and making us honey. I want to make sure that the air is clean for you to breathe, and you'll never have to worry about not having good air to clean. I want you to be able to swim in the oceans without there being trash all over the place. So it's very, very important. I want you to walk and not see garbage all over the place. So we have to protect our planet so you can have a beautiful, clean, and safe place to live. It's so very important. So take care of the planet. Tomorrow we're going to talk about a guy named Prince because he's important to Minnesota. Has nothing to do with the environment, really. But that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the story, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.